Good morning, students. Welcome back to e-learning class of Social Science of Standard 7th. Today we are going to start with chapter number 11, part 1, and the name of the chapter is Components of the Environment and Interrelationships. Now students, we all know that Earth is the only planet in the solar system that it has received the gift of natural environment. What do you mean by natural environment? It means living and non-living things which occur naturally. So Earth is the only planet in the whole solar system that it has received this gift. If environment has not been there, life would have not been existed. Now human life is thriving because of the environment. And environment, it is the driving force for the success, survival, development and progress. What do you mean by environment? Environment means surrounding cover. Now the environment, it is a cover of natural components around the earth, and it includes lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Now these are the components of the environment, main four components of the environment, and they are, as you can see in the image also, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and atmosphere. Let us study them in detail. Now students, this is the image of lithosphere. What is lithosphere? That is the solid crust or you can say hard top layer of the earth. Now it is composed of rocks and minerals, and it is covered by the thin layer that is known as soil. Now lithosphere, it has multiple facilities, like it provides land for human settlement, agriculture and raw material for industries. Students, this is the image of hydrosphere. Now what is hydrosphere? It is a low lying area of earth's surface which is surrounded by water. It is known as hydrosphere. Now hydrosphere, it is composed of various sources of waters like ocean, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. It is essential for all the living organisms. We all know that we all need hydrosphere, that is water. Oceans are also rich in various resources. Now we are going to learn about atmosphere. Now what is atmosphere? That is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. Now atmosphere, it is made up of various gases like water vapor, dust particles, alkali, etc. Now it protects the life on the earth by absorbing harmful ultraviolet rays. How it protects? It protects the life of the earth by absorbing the harmful ultraviolet rays from sun. Now we can hear the sound through atmosphere only. Now we are thankful to atmosphere for making us able to hear sound through means of communication, that is broadcasting like radio, television and mobile phones. And at last we are going to learn about biosphere. Now what is biosphere? Biosphere, it includes all the part of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere where life is widespread. So that is known as biosphere. It includes flora, fauna, microorganisms and human beings. Here flora means plants and fauna means animals. Living beings, they obtain food and other necessities of life from biosphere. Now there are two main types of environment, that is natural environment and man-made environment. Now natural environment, it includes biological or biotic elements or components like flora, fauna and human beings. And inorganic or abiotic components, they are like water, land, soil, air, etc. Now man-made environment, that is created by human ability to understand and to think in an intelligent way with biotic and abiotic components. Now we are going to learn about man-made environment. Now we know that man communicates with surrounding environment. Now he makes changes in it according to his needs. Now we have seen in ancient time the man, they used to live a nomadic life, and they have adapted the environment according to his own needs. Nomadic life means that the people, they were roaming from one place to another place, and they adapted the environment according to their needs. Now before, in ancient time, you might have noticed his life was very simple and the needs of the man were very limited. So all his needs, they were met from the surrounding environment only. Whatever they need, they used to get it from the surroundings only. Now as the time passes, what happened? Changes occurred and needs also increased. Man, they have learned how to use and change the environment. As a result, production, there is an increased in agriculture, animal husbandry, and due to invention of wheel and industrial revolution, this man-made environment, it is known as cultural environment also. Students, this is the image of our environment, where it includes atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Now we are going to learn about distribution of water. Let's start with it. Now the area of water on earth, that is more than land area. We all know that it occupies about 71% of the earth surface. Now an ocean is a water body that has huge reservoirs of water. Now there are 4 oceans on the earth, that is Pacific, Atlantic, Indian and Arctic Ocean. All these oceans, they are connected to one another. These oceans are very wide and deep. In the Pacific Ocean, there is a trench which is 10 to 11 kilometers deep. Here trench means it is a narrow channel. It is dug at the side of a road or a field to hold or carry away water. And this trench is 10 to 11 kilometers deep. Now we all know that mostly water on the earth is saline. Saline means it contains high amount of salt in it. Now it is mainly found in oceans and seas. Now the main sources of fresh water, that are glaciers, groundwater, lakes of fresh water, rivers and etc. What do you mean by fresh water here? That it contains less amount of salt and you can use it for consumption. That is a fresh water. Now this is the image of sea waves. Now the sea waves, they arises from various sources. That is normal sea waves, you can see they created by the wind blowing over the sea surface. जो नॉर्मल सी वेव्स होते हैं वो कैसे क्रिएट होते हैं? जो हवा चलती है ओवर द सी सरफेस. हाई वेव्स, हाउ दे आर फॉर्म्ड? हाई वेव्स दे आर फॉर्म्ड बाय व्हिरलविंड और स्टॉर्म. जो हाई वेव्स है वो कैसे होती है? जो आंधी और तूफान की वजह से हाई वेव्स क्रिएट होती हैं एंड दे रीच द कोस्ट एंड दे कॉज हैवी डैमेज. Now we are going to learn about tides and ebbs. Now twice a day sea level it rises and fall periodically. It means students, you might have noticed जो sea level है दिन में 2 बार rise होता है and fall होता है. So this phenomena of rising and falling of sea level, it is called tides and ebbs. Now at the time of high tide, the sea water it rises towards the shore, while at the time of ebb the sea water it returns to the sea from the shore. And the time interval between two tides, that is about 12.25 hours. Again I am repeating that the time interval between two tides, that is 12.25 hours. Now the tides, they occur on the earth due to the gravitational force of the sun and the moon. And the mass of the sun, that is more than the moon, but it is far away from the earth. So gravitational force of moon is more on the earth. Now you might have seen different parts of the earth, they faces the sun and the moon at different time. So tide also come at different time. Now on the day of new moon and full moon, the sun and earth and the moon, they come almost in a straight line. That is, on the day of new moon, full moon, the sun and the earth and the moon, they almost come in the straight line. So this condition results in high tide. But when the moon is in its first and last quarter, the gravitation pull reduces, resulting in low tides. So with this, we have completed our topic. In the next session, we will continue with part 2. Thank you.